Hello students, today we will discuss about the types of chemical reaction at the standard 10th. So the question comes at first in our mind is what is the chemical reaction? The reaction which involve breaking and making of chemical bonds or bonds between the atoms is known as chemical reaction. Due to that breaking and making of bond between atom, there is always the result of new substance. So we can just write like breaking or making of chemical bond between atoms, so that always new substance produced or we obtain new substance is called your chemical reaction. Now on the basis of product form or on the basis of reactant which involved in the reaction or the process by which it is going on, the reactions are many types. So at first we enlist all these. So there are basically 6 type of reaction in your level. So at first reaction is combination reaction. Combination reaction. Second, it is decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. Then third, it is displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Then fourth, it is double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Then fifth, it is oxidation reduction. Oxidation reduction. So these are our 5 chemical reactions: chemical combination reaction, decomposition, displacement, double displacement, oxidation reduction reaction. So at first discuss the combination reaction. Combination means there is something combined. So to represent it, I can just say if there are 2 fingers joined to form like this, it is a new product. Or these are the reactants, then they combine to form a new product, which is a single product. It is your combination reaction. So what is the condition for this? In case of the combination reaction, always there is, so we'll do this, okay. In this, 2 or more than 2, okay, reactants. Reactants are those chemicals which undergoes in a chemical reaction. They undergo chemical reaction, form the single product. It is your combination reaction. Okay. So let's see some example. First, calcium oxide. Calcium oxide in solid state. This calcium oxide is also known as quicklime. Quicklime. It is your one reactant. When it reacts with the water in liquid state, it forms calcium hydroxide. This calcium hydroxide is also known as slagged lime. Slagged lime. When this reaction takes place, large amount of heat released. So it is a vigorous reaction, means it is very fast. It is very fast reaction, and it release large amount of heat. Okay. Then our second example, burning of coal in presence of oxygen. It forms CO2, and we know that we use it, carbon or coal, as a fuel, so again the large amount of heat released. Okay, then one more example, let's see, hydrogen and oxygen, balancing the equation. It forms the water molecule. Okay. So these are what we can observe here. The reactants are usually more than once. Here it is 2. It is also 2 here, and it form only one product. So these are the combination reaction. One more thing we can observe, that in case of the combination reaction, or mostly in the combination reaction, there is a release of heat. Okay. So any reaction in which heat release, then that reaction is known as exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction. Here, exothermic reaction. Okay. There are some points which is out of context related with the slag line and this exothermic reaction. We'll discuss just after that, at the end of this class. Okay. So it was all about the combination reaction. First, when two or more reactants or chemicals join to form single product, that is combination reaction. Mostly in the combination reaction, there is a large amount of heat released. Now let's see our second example, second type, which is a decomposition reaction. Decomposition. Composition reaction. I write it in short form. So, decomposition, when one substance break into more than one, then it is called the decomposition. Means a single product will form the more than one, a single substance will form more than one product. So decomposition reaction, let's see one example. You have listened about the green vitriol. Green vitriol. It is FeSO4 7H2O. Okay, it is in solid state, and it is as 7H2O attached with water molecule. 7 water molecule attached with the FeSO4. Its color is green, and it is also known as the green vitriol. This reaction, this compound, when we heat it, means we provide the temperature. At first, it loses its water molecule. Okay, 7H2O, and its color change from green color, it will turn into brown color. Okay. And again, when we heat it, what will happen? It forms Fe2O3, which is solid. Then two gases, SO2 and SO3 will remove. If we do this experiment, we keep FeSO4 or green vitriol in test tube and heat under our spirit lamp. When we try to observe, try to waft that gas which is releasing, always your mouth should be just away from the mouth of the test tube. Okay, because it may harm you, so always keep in mind the gas which is which released here is SO2 sulfur dioxide or sulfur trioxide. Okay. So what is going on here? What happens? The one molecule breaks into more than one molecule. So it is a decomposition reaction. Then let's see one more example. Take calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Here, when we heat it, what happens? It breaks into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. It is solid and liquid. Okay. So what happens here? It is this. As I have told you, it was quicklime, solid state, and it is gases. CaCO3, it is also solid state. Okay, one more example we can see. Take lead nitrate, PbNO3, 2S. It is also in solid state. When we heat it, what happens? It will release the lead oxide, which is in solid state, then NO2 and oxygen. These are the gases where we can observe it. There is a release of nitrogen oxide gas. We can just observe by smelling. So these are the chemical reaction taking place as a decomposition. One thing we observed that in all the reaction we have to provide heat. Okay. And after that reaction, usually the temperature of the system decreased. Means this chemical reaction takes the heat or heat energy from outside. These reactions are called endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction. A very common example I tell you in endothermic reaction, when we dissolve glucose in water, what happens with that glass? Usually you feel cools, or you feel that its temperature is cooled down, just because that reaction was also the endothermic reaction. So it was about this endothermic reaction when the reaction takes heat energy from outside. Okay, one more thing, when the reaction or decomposition reaction takes place with the help of heat energy, then that decomposition reaction is known as thermal decomposition. Okay, thermal decomposition. Now let's see more type of decomposition. This decomposition can also takes place with the help of electric energy, that is electrolysis. So there is one very common example is your electrolysis is also a type of decomposition reaction. Means the decomposition takes place with the help of the electric energy. And a very common example is electrolysis of water molecule. What will happen in the water molecule decomposes? Release the oxygen plus O2. We'll manage this one. Okay, 2s2. So how does it take place? What we have to do? Take one beaker with water. Okay, water should be not pure or not distilled. If it is pure, we add some salt or H2SO4 or dilute H2SO4 to make it more conductive. Okay, so that it will conduct electricity. Then take 2 graphite rod. These are graphite rod. Okay, it is your battery, approximately 6. There is switch. Okay, it's your negative. Okay, then it's your positive. So it is your cathode rod. Cathode rod. It is anode rod. Okay, and the positive terminal. And water is there. Approximately 6-volt battery we use. What happens when we switch on here? Then suppose when we switch on, then current will flow through this. One more thing we can do, we keep a test tube inside. This rod will be kept in a test tube. So that actually the experiment should be from the downward. But what I want to tell you that when we switch on, electric current will pass through it. There will be the splitting of water molecule. That water will break into in this form. At the anode, which is your which is at your positive, here it will release of oxygen gas, and here it is your negative, here it will be the hydrogen gas release. Okay, where is the hydrogen release? The level of water is low, and here the level of water is high. We can find out in case of the oxygen. Why is it so? Because when there is one molecule of water release in comparison to that 2 molecule of hydrogen release, so the amount of gas displaces it more. Okay, so that water level is down in case of hydrogen, where the cathode rod is there, and where the anode rod is there, the oxygen release, which is a less amount or having the just half molecular weight as compared to the hydrogen. Molecular weight, not the number of atoms. So the level of water will be more in case of the oxygen. It was the electrolysis of water, decomposition with the help of the electrolysis. This decomposition can also take place with the help of sunlight. For example, AgCl. When kept in exposure of sunlight, what happened? It break into like this, will balance it. Okay, 2 Ag molecule and 1 chlorine molecule. In same way, AgBr, silver bromide, sunlight, 2 Ag plus Br2. This reaction used in photography, and that especially the black and white photography, use this reaction. Okay, so it was all about the decomposition reaction when one molecule will when more than one molecule will turn into the one molecule. That's all. That one molecule will break into more than one molecule. That is a decomposition reaction. Okay, it may be of thermal decomposition with the help of electric energy electrolysis or with the help of sunlight. So these are the decomposition reaction. Now let's see our third type of reaction, that is your displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Displacement reaction are those, for example, let's see one example of displacement reaction. Suppose it is Fe react with CuSO4. We used to do this experiment in our lab. That is, there is a solution of CuSO4 which is blue color CuSO4 solution. We take it blue, test tube A, then test tube B. the same amount of CuSO4, blue it is also CuSO4. Okay. Then in one of the test tube we add the Fe or iron fillings, which is a iron powder, we just say we add, and the second or the B test tube we leave it as it is. Then just after half an hour, what we observe that the test tube having the iron filling, its color, blue color fade. Blue color fade. But here it is as it is, no change. Why is it so? Because in this CuSO4 react with the iron and it displaces the copper and form the FeSO4, which usually the brown. So because of its formation, the blue color fade away and we obtain the C. So what is this? It is a displacement reaction. Let's see one more example like this. Zinc plus CuSO4. What happened? ZnSO4 plus Cu again. Fine. In same way, Pb plus CuCl2 Pb or lead chloride plus C. Okay. Now, one question comes in our mind, that is it possible that Cu plus FeSO4 will turn into CuSO4 plus Fe? No. This reverse reaction is not possible, because there is a condition for this displacement reaction, is that the metal, the only metal will displace the second one on another metal when it is more reactive than the second one. Here the Fe is more reactive than copper, so it can replace the copper. So what is the condition? The more reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from its compound. So for this, you can just go through it and find out. In your book also there is a reactivity series of metal present. Just go through this. The metal which is in the low, if it is your reactivity series, the metal which is on upside, it is more reactive, and which is just below this metal, then it is less reactive. By getting the reactivity series, we can analyze or we can depict that whether the reaction will take place or not. So there is the only condition by which the displacement takes place. Now let's see the fourth reaction, which is our double displacement reaction. What happens in case of the double displacement reaction? Here I am just writing O-type double displacement reaction. There is nothing special. There is just an exchange of ions takes place in a compound. Okay, let's see one example, that Na2SO4. Okay, it is an aqueous solution. When it reacts with the BaCl2, what happened? It formed the BaSO4 plus 2NaCl. Okay, it is balanced reaction. What happened here? This is aqueous solution, but when the reaction takes place, this is just like a precipitate, and white precipitate, and that reaction in which precipitate formation takes place is called the precipitate reaction. So it is the example of precipitate reaction. What happens here? The ion SO4 and Na plus. ठीक है. Now Na plus displaces Na plus and Ba plus exchange itself, and Ba just join and combine with the SO4 forming the BaSO4, and Na combined with the chlorine form the sodium chloride, which is the soluble. So it is a double displacement reaction in which the exchange of ions takes place. Okay, and about precipitate reaction I have told you earlier. Now our fifth reaction or fifth type of reaction, that is our oxidation reduction reaction. Oxidation reduction. At the level of class 10, the only simple definition for the oxidation is when any compound gains oxygen molecule, then it is oxidized, and if it loses oxygen, then it reduces. For example, let's see one example. 2Cu, copper when combined with oxygen, and we have to give heat here, then it forms the CuO. Okay. So here copper combined with oxygen, it gains oxygen. So copper is oxidized. Copper is oxidized. Here, okay. If CuO plus H2 again we heat it in presence of oxygen, what happens? Cu loses its oxygen, and there is a formation of what? What happens here? As it loses, so here the copper is reduced. Okay, here. So any reaction in which or any compound in which it gains oxygen is called the oxidized, and if it loses oxygen, then it goes under the reduction reaction. So one more example, or in simplified way we can just say substance when combined with oxygen, then it is oxidized, or oxidation takes place here. Clear? In same way, substance if loses oxygen, if loses its oxygen, then it is reduced, or the reaction takes place here is reduction reaction. But a very important thing which we observe, that here if copper is reduced, then hydrogen gains. Copper is reduced as it loses oxygen, but at the same time hydrogen, it gains oxygen and it is oxidized. So what we observe, or there is a conclusion, that in any reaction oxidation as well as reduction takes place at the same time, and that we combine this reaction called the, or any reaction in which the reduction and oxidation takes place at the same time is called the redox reaction. Here a reaction, chemical reaction in which oxidation as well as reduction takes place. For example, one more example, zinc oxide plus carbon react to form the zinc plus CO. Here carbon oxidized and zinc reduced. So it is example of the redox reaction. So it was all about the types of reaction. Okay, that was combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, and the oxidation reaction. I have told you earlier that we are supposed to talk or discuss about two important things. The first was our quicklime case. So let's see some important, or you can just take like the notes. As your quicklime Okay. When react with water, it form the slag line CaOH with a large amount of heat. Okay. When this CaOH twice, okay, it heat. This is your slag line. It is quicklime. Important thing is that we use it in whitewash. What happened? We used to paint the walls, and then not on the same day it finishes or it shows a polished or it shines. We can see or observe it shine after 1 or 2 days. Why is it so? Because this slag line CaOH reacts with the carbon dioxide present in the environment and form the CaCO3 plus H2O. This CaCO3 is your limestone which used to form marble. Because of this, we observe the shine on the wall. But it takes time, so we can observe the shine on wall just after 1 day so that the reaction can take place. Okay. Now, one more thing I have talked about the exothermic reaction. There are some more examples about exothermic reaction. What was the exothermic reaction? The reaction in which a large amount of heat released. So in case of the respiration, what happened? Biological respiration, the glucose molecule, glucose, that is C6H12O6. It reacts with the oxygen at the time of respiration and it forms the CO2 plus H2O. 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O plus heat. So as the heat is released here, so respiration is also the exothermic process. One more thing, when we form the compost from vegetable or the product of animals, what we observe that at the site where it is kept for composting, that site used to feel the higher temperature. Why is it so? Because again it just vegetable or any organic material, when it used to form the compost, then there is the exothermic reaction takes place. So the types of reaction and how it takes place and some important points also. I hope this class will help you to go through the book, which is your NCERT textbook, and help you to find the basics of this topic, which is your chemical reaction in its time. Thank you very much.